Hi guys, this is Dr. Callahan. Welcome to Thursday. I know there is a fire going on, so our class is actually not going to be here, but I'm just going to keep going and making sure that you guys have everything given to you. All right, so you have 3 different questions, and it says, number 1, what motivates you to keep trying harder and work more productively in life and not give up? For me, it's really my babies and my kiddos, which I'm sure you can hear them in the background, and my family. Question number 2, how many boxes are there in the warm-up log for the entire packet? Given the fact that you don't have the packet yet, but take a guess because your warm-up log is going to be due on week 9, Friday. This is week 1, Thursday, so you can kind of make a guess given the fact you guys have 3 different questions a day. And lastly, what was the breakdown of the 300 points? Please list them. Today you have 3 questions, so use 3 of the boxes, and then happy Thursday. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Remember with your warm-up log, you'll have 100 points for the log itself. You have 3 boxes a day. So if you take 9 times 3 times 5, because they're 5 days a week, you'll have 135 boxes all ready to go by week 9, Friday. Next one is participation. You can't physically participate if you're not there or absent excessively. So a lot of this is going to be dependent on your tardies and also your absences with Infinite Campus. Last one is preparation. So are you essentially prepared for class, as in like no cell phones, headphones, pencil, paper, warm-up log, ready to go every day? All right, so last time I saw you guys, this is what you should have done. You should have done the Kahoot. There was a video on what is probability. We didn't do the poster rotation because I was not there and we cannot physically go around doing that because you're the socially distanced. And then also your homework is to go ahead and watch this video and jot 5 examples down. So altogether it's 25 points. For now, I just want to ask you guys to go ahead and hold on to it because I will be collecting these once I return next Friday. All right, so here's a breakdown of today's stuff, okay? You have your warm-up. Your objective today is going to be the line graph, histogram, dot plot, and frequency table. Your guided notes is going to be in the packet that was given to you from the sub. Dr. Callahan's notes on histogram, frequency table, line plots. You need to have 2 different colors. Quizzes on histogram and dot plot. And lastly, I want to make sure you guys see this. You see this link right here? And it's like a Google link right there. The capital C, capital U, capital W really does matter, so make sure you cap those. You can go ahead and find all of the missing assignments that you have for this class alongside with my videos on this link. So if you go to that link, and let me make sure I share this so that way you guys can see it. Here we go. All right, so this is your link. It's the same link I showed you guys from yesterday's video, but in case you missed it, I want to make sure I show it to you one more time. All right, so it kind of breaks down everything that we've done since week 1 Monday. Okay, this is the video that we started off with, week 1 Tuesday. If you missed my lessons, here is my little video right here where I tell you, what you should be doing in class. And then if you scroll down right here, week 1 Wednesday, there's my video right there. These are all the things we did yesterday. And then week 1 Thursday, I don't have the video yet because I'm still making it, duh, but it will certainly be on there and you will have that ready to go. All right, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. Cool, let's move on. If you guys go ahead and take a look at your guided notes in your packet, you should have this. We're not going to do the Jeopardy, obviously, because I'm not physically there, but your guided note starts right here. Actually, this is your guided notes right here, and this is going to be your homework for tonight. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's stuff. All right, we're going to start off with this one right here, okay? So throughout today's lesson, you're going to learn about line plot, frequency table, and histogram. So we're going to start right here. It says make a daily table or a tally table of organized data. If you look at your fingerprints, you have 3 different types of patterns. You got whorls, arches, and loops. So this is what we have. So we're going to have to go ahead and organize this on a tally table because you have whorl, loop, arch, arch, loop, whorl, and there's just so many. So we want to make sure we do an accurate count. This is very messy, so if I go ahead and make a column for each of the fingerprint patterns, if you count all the whorls, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a tally. Okay, so now you can see, okay, it's a lot more organized. 5 rows, 6 arches, 5 loops. And then what you can do with this is you can make a tally table to organize the data. And we can go ahead and make a line plot to organize what we just did. And you should have 5, 6, and 5. And so what you're going to do here is just basically make a line plot and just go ahead and plot it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one. For example, 2. Here you have tennis ball collections, okay? So when they draw a number line, notice the smallest number that you have here is going to be out of 5, and the biggest one that you have is going to be out of 16. For each of the tennis balls, you're going to go ahead and tally them up in terms of representation. So for 10, I have 4 counts, 11, I have 3, 14, I have 2, 15, I have 2, and 16, I have 1. All right, we're gonna do the same thing with aluminum cans collected. Okay, so draw your number line. There it is. Notice the smallest number that you have here is 5, which coincides with the data that I have here. And the biggest number that I have here is 15. So when I draw my number line, I don't need to exceed anything bigger than 15 because I'm not gonna have any numbers bigger than 15. So then let's go and tally them. There are 3 5s, 2 7s, 3 11s, 3 14s, and 1 15. Okay, next we're gonna do is we're gonna do a frequency table, and it basically tells you the number of times an event or something happens. So we're gonna talk about pages read per student's last weekend. So these are the number of pages that students read in a classroom of 10. And also notice that smallest number is 5, biggest number is 14, because that way it gives you an idea of how big your table has to be. So choose your intervals, and given the fact that I have my smallest as 5 and my biggest number is at 40, I'm going to go by intervals of 10. So if I go by 2s, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, all the way to 40, that might be too many intervals. So I think 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 and 30, and 31 to 40 is perfect. And these are the counts of number of students that read between those pages. You could do the same thing with numbers of miles driven, for example. I'm going to have my intervals, I have my tally counts, and then what I can do with those numbers is I can go ahead and do a histogram. A histogram is basically a bar graph that shows a number of something that occurs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this and look at the number of pages that students read. And this will be my histogram, and you can copy this part down in your guided notes, okay? I know that 2 students read between 1 to 10 pages, 4 students read between 11 and 20 pages, 1 student read between 21 to 30 pages, and 3 students read between 31 to 40 pages. You can't see this, but my little 1-year-old just took an entire bag of bread, and there was like a trail of crumbs between the office and the kitchen. Good times. All right, so then what I'm gonna have you guys do is you're gonna take your data that you had from your guided notes on the number of miles driven, and I'm gonna have you transfer it over onto your own little histogram right there. So pause it if you need to take a break to do that, but your picture should look something like this. All right, you guys. So I have a little statistic, and this is why remain in high school. If you are a high school dropout, you are 4 times more likely to live in poverty, 3 times more likely to be unemployed, 63 more times more likely to be incarcerated. The dropout salary is $22,000 a year. That's $61 a day, or $7.67 per hour. So is high school worth it to you? All right, so we are pretty much done for our notes today. For your homework, make sure you guys work on this right here. You can pause the video, don't cheat because I do have the answers for you. So if you are done with your homework, you can go ahead and take a look at the answers that I have written down. And I know I'm kind of going a little bit fast, but you know, you guys can pause it. Positive correlation with question number 8. It seems like if the temperature gets a little hotter, your water consumption goes up, which makes sense. So it's a positive correlation. And then here are your answers for 8 to 15. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for Thursday. Thank you for being here with me. I can't wait to meet all of you guys, and I will see you guys next Friday. Stay safe and take care.